you excited?
Good morning!
Yes!
Yes! Woo!
Man.
Yep.
Something special. Mm-hmm. It's a visor.
There's a visor, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's corduroy, and it's got a little red pineapple on it, and it matches exactly my corduroy jacket that I've got that I had to wear in honor of the visor.
What an ensemble. Well, yes, I applaud the ensemble.
We should,
Yes,
no,
please, let's hand for the...
I'm feeling very together. Together, that's, yeah.
That is a fun thing, right? Okay, welcome to This Is the Day,
Yeah,
by
welcome.
the way. Yeah, we're just really excited. But that is a thing. Like, if you ever throw an outfit together and you go, yeah. I think it just helps the day.
Yeah, it does. It's not like, oh, I tried super, super hard. Like, cause I'll try like very hard to like put an outfit together like occasionally and be like, okay, this is like exactly how I planned it. But this just like, when it just happens, when you're just like, okay, this and this will look good. And then you look at it and you're like, yeah. Sets you up for the day.
All right.
Sets you right up.
Yeah, you know, I care about clothes. I think about how to try to pay attention and enjoy them a little bit. And so, I have those moments. So there's a few things about that I have to be aware of. Like, there's been times where I was like, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
And I go throughout the day and I'm feeling good and I come home and Summer hadn't seen me all day. And I'm like, hey, I walk in and she goes, did you wear that today? I go,
you're like,
no.
why would I do that?
This? It's like, I got a stain and I changed in the garage before I came in. I mean, this is all I had.
I would never do that.
It is such, it's just like, oh, like, because she gives me this look like, you went out in public?
You're like
that?
No.
And we have the same last name? And you wore your wedding ring?
Okay. You didn't think about me before you wore that outfit?
I know. Like, well, you were asleep, and she's like, you're gonna need to wake me up. Check these things out.
I'm gonna need to check those off. No, yeah, people, I wear some outfits that I really like, that are probably very questionable to others, but I just do it.
Yeah, feeling it.
I just own it, and then like, halfway through the day, got a little self-conscious and have to like bring myself out of it, because I'm like, okay, no, you like this outfit. You wore this Puma jacket that's purple and pink and says Puma 1,000 times, all in different directions over it on purpose.
Right.
You have to commit to wearing that now.
Right.
And I do, and I enjoy it, and I have a great time.
I think that's a great life lesson.
Yep.
Just go for it.
Yep.
Own it.
Just own it. Whatever you're wearing, just own it, and it'll be fine.
The other part of that with outfits is I will say this. I personally feel like I have to be very careful with outfits because I don't want to step into like the adult Garanimals world. Where it's like everything's mix and match. Like I won't go into a store and be like, hey, give me what's on the mannequin. I'm not doing that, I'll throw I'll miss a color or something,
Yeah, I like to do a lot of colors and kind of look a little bit like it's almost not on purpose. Yeah. I want to look a little off.
Yeah, not a reference for you, although I think I've mentioned it before, but you have the Punky Brewster vibe, and people who were alive in the '80s are going, oh yeah.
I'll own that. I've only seen one picture. Yeah. But I liked it.
Yeah.
And I'll own it.
Love it. Anyway, rocking the visor.
Thank you. Thank you for the visor again.
Absolutely, yeah.
I love it.
This is the day, fam. You asked for a visor.
Yeah.
That's the other thing too. Just catch everybody up to speed. Last Friday, you mentioned that you were on the hunt for a corduroy hat, but it wasn't a corduroy hat you wanted a corduroy visor, and you wanted either blue or green.
Yep.
And we pressed into that, and I was like, okay, let's not just, you were just gonna settle.
I was gonna settle. I was gonna go get the corduroy hat that I didn't really want.
Right. And I just think that's a good life lesson, that sometimes, let's actually say, what is it that we want? Let's name it, and then let's try for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Truly.
Yeah.
Now I have a visor.
Now you got a visor. All right, we're so glad you would join us today on This Is the Day. I'm Bo Chansey. This is Arianna.
Hello.
And we're going to have a blast today. We're going to laugh a little. We've got some amazing good news and greatness to share with you, some wonderful encouragement. And we can't wait to share that with you. So we hope you'll share the show.
Yes. Share the show.
Oh,
I'll write a song about it.
Yeah.
Right now.
Right now, okay.
Share the show, because the show is good. That was it. That was the whole song.
Okay, that was...
It just plays over and over and over again for 3.5 minutes, and that's it.
Okay.
I wanted to stop there because I liked the melody and I didn't want to mess it up. So.
It's a good move.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
Yeah, it's like my son Ace says, the key to a good rap is long pauses.
For me, it's just one big pause.
Yeah, a key to a good song is one lyric and stop.
It's like the intro happens and then it's just...
I was waiting for the beat to drop there.
Yeah, I should have. I'll workshop it.
Yeah, okay.
I'll workshop it.
Why don't you get a team together and you guys can...
Yeah, we'll brainstorm. I'll workshop. Yeah.
See if we can get that to 15 seconds.
But yeah, share the show.
Share the show.
It's awesome.
Clicking to share, you could change somebody's life, and it's a good thing to share. And get in the habit of sharing good stuff.
Yeah, you'll change my life if you share the show.
That'd be helpful. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, we do have some good news. I told you we had some good news. So, we share the love. As a church, MCC, we always encourage people everywhere, pray for one. God, please give me one person to share your love with. Real simple prayer. We can pray right now.
Yeah.
Will you pray with us? God, please give me one person to share your love with. And he'll do it. And then as a church family, a local church family, we like to give opportunities for us to combine our resources and collectively in community share God's love. So we are always looking to provide opportunities for that. And so we had a Share the Love drive on Tuesday, and we were able to donate over 100 boxes of diapers to Bethany Christian Services. So,
that is so good. Such good news.
Fantastic. Yeah, way to go, church. And so we appreciate all of you who donated and all of you who shared the love in that way. And now we can all celebrate that together because we're all a part of it. Whether you donated or not, you're a part of it. So great job.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that was good news.
Yeah.
Like that. So now I'm curious, Arianna, besides stumbling into a fantastic outfit, what did you do last night?
Last night, so Monday, actually, I'll backtrack a bit to tell you what I did last night. It was one of my friends' birthdays. And so last night we went out, we got some sushi with her and a few other girls that I actually didn't really know.
Oh, okay.
I hadn't really...
I thought you were going to say that you actually don't like. All of a sudden I was like...
You're like, hold on a second, what?
I didn't know there was anybody
so
you didn't. Okay.
I work with this girl, her name is Jenna, she's one of my friends, and so she's got... Hi, Jenna. She's got some friends that I went to school with, but I didn't know, my high school was very large, so I didn't, you don't know everyone. So, I knew of these girls, but I had never met them. She was like, hey, do you care, if they come? I think you get along with them great. I'm like, no, sign me up. That's awesome. We'll celebrate all together. That's fun. And I loved them, and we had a great time. And it was just fun. We got some sushi, and it was just a good few hours of my night. That's really all I did, but it was, awesome. It was a wicked good time.
Cool. Did you fit, so you fit in?
I hope I did.
Yeah. Did you wear the visor?
I didn't. I probably should have worn the visor.
No, it's probably wise. I mean, now you get an accurate feel of whether or not they appreciated your presence.
The true me. The visor would have said a lot right out the gate.
That's true. You know what? Yes, you make a great point. The visor does not make you. You make the visor. I agree with that. That is so true.
I mean, but no, it was awesome. I had a great time. I think that we all did. I hope that we all did. So yeah, I would do it again.
Right on.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's fun.
Bo. What did you do last night?
I want to talk about it. I think you know that. We've covered that. It's Anya.
I'm going to ask you.
Well, I don't know why. It's just...
I want to know what you did.
Everybody's always like, what'd you do last night? And I don't enjoy that. I don't want to talk about that at all. I don't. Yeah. No, it was... No. Yeah, I will say this, though. Inns, our youngest, she's 13. She got her hair cut this week, and she got curtain bangs.
Yeah, we were talking about curtain bangs last night, and I didn't know what they were.
Well, I do.
Now I do.
So I knew before you.
Okay.
Because
You're up on the trends.
I'm a hip
couldn't
cat.
know.
That's what I am.
Okay.
So she got the curtain bangs, and anyway, but long enough where they, she says options, because the thing of bangs are they're a commitment.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Once you get the bangs, it's like, okay, either you love them or you hate them. And
yeah, it's hard to go back.
yeah. So she was stepping into the bang world. So she went with the curtain bangs a little bit longer, so she could tuck them behind her ears. But then she decides that she would really like to have a brush, like a roll brush, to get a little curly Q on those curtain bangs. And and I understood. I knew what she's talking about. So I said, well, figure out, if we can order one, or if there's one. She goes, Walgreens has one, and she just wanted to go to Walgreens. She didn't ask for much or want to go very many places. So I was like, okay. So I ran her over to Walgreens to get a brush. And we go into Walgreens to buy a brush, and I spend $50. And I had this revelation. Every time I go into Walgreens, I spend $50. They should just change the name to the $50 store.
Five Below, no more like 50 above.
It's like, welcome to the $50 store. And I said, at least I'd be a little more prepared. So I'm like, what happened? We came for a brush.
Was it like a collective effort between the both of you, or were like one of you?
I'm getting texts from Summer and Ace. Oh, could you get this? And that, I mean, it's like, once they know you're going to the Walgreens, it's
they're like, all right, here's what I've been needing for the last 2 months.
Yeah. I bought some new shampoo and conditioner.
Fun.
Yeah.
I need to do that.
I gotta keep the mane silky, smooth, and shiny.
I really do need new conditioner and shampoo.
Yeah. All right.
Side note.
I'll let you know how mine works.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I spent $50.
Yeah, no, that's.
Yeah. From now on, you want to go to Walgreens? It should just be you want to go spend $50. I'll know exactly what you mean.
You want to go spend $50? Like,
let's
yeah,
go.
where are we
We're
going?
going to
It's like, well,
Walgreens?
we're obviously going to Walgreens. Like, how could you even ask that? Where else could we possibly be going? Mall? No.
No.
Walgreens?
Walgreens, yes.
Yeah. You can go to the mall and not buy anything.
True. No problem at all.
But
I have
Walgreens,
no problem.
CVS for me. I'm a CVS person.
I was, but
I got the
I shifted.
coupons.
See, I don't
Clipping the
I don't want to bring anything like that into the equation.
Because then you're like, oh, I have to buy.
I love Walgreens because of the orange tags.
I don't know about this orange tag thing.
Yeah, well, I hate to talk about it like this, but I guess I've opened Pandora's box. The orange tags at Walgreens. I have bought things that were like $10, and I've paid 49 cents for them.
This is something
So
I did not know.
I'm a sucker for the orange tag. Yeah, one of the things we do is we'll just walk the whole store and look for the orange tags to see if there's anything we didn't know we needed that we're gonna buy.
You need like a hot dog pool floaty.
Yeah, whatever.
How could I not need that
Yeah, if
for
that was
$15 instead of $65?
Right, if that was, then I'm like, yes.
Do I have a pool?
We're going to, no.
I need this though.
Of course. How could you not? Too good a deal to pass up. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. But what I do want to talk about is the verse of the day.
Yes.
YouVersion Bible app gives us a verse of the day.
Yep.
Download the app, read a verse every day of Scripture, chew on it, meditate on it, share it with somebody. It's a great thing to do. Today's verse of the day is from Psalm 51, verse 1 and 2. Just to give you the context before we jump into the actual psalm, it's the Psalm of David, and it's written after he has been with Bathsheba and committed adultery with Bathsheba, which is what it really kind of focuses on. But I've been more focused on and mindful of he murdered Bathsheba's wife. He had her husband, Uriah, essentially murdered. And I mean, I'm not like quantifying sin. I mean, anything that we do, I mean, the wages is death. And I'm just saying, like, we get really hung up on the adultery part, but the murder part is like, oh man. Like so the sin cover up. So it starts with one thing. Actually, it started with another. Is that whole story starts with in the time when kings go to war, David was at his palace. So the king is not out with, doing kingly things. He's hanging out at the palace. He's not where he should be. And then he sees Bathsheba. So anyway, it's like a progressive nature of sin. It starts with just not maybe doing the good you ought to do or the thing that you should be doing. And then something catches your eye, and so then you step into that, and then you cover that up, and woo, things can snowball. So this prophet, Nathan, has confronted David with his sin, and David's now having to deal with it, because you know how we can pretend with sin. Like, oh no, I mean, no, it's not a problem. I'm fine. You get, you know.
No,
I don't know what you're talking about. This is not a thing. You know, it's totally okay. But so he's had this moment. So now Psalm 51 is David's prayer before the Lord, a prayer of repentance, and it starts off this way: "Have mercy on me, O God, according to your unfailing love, according to your great compassion, blot out my transgressions, wash away all my iniquity, and cleanse me from my sin." Very, very powerful prayer that he prays all the way through Psalm 51. That's one I've read many times. But have mercy on me, O God, according to your unfailing love, according to your great compassion, blot out my transgressions, wash away all my iniquity, and cleanse me from my sin. What jumps out at you there?
I like the visual of like the cleansing process there, because you can think about it very tangibly with like a wound. You know what I mean? Like, especially using like words like blot, like, because that's a very, like, in my mind at least, that's a very like visual thing that like you would always do if you had a cut or a wound that you needed to heal and you wanted to heal. So like to blot out transgression, like that just, I really like that visual of how God can cleanse you from the inside out, but like as a very like tangible visual that you've seen before.
Yeah. Well, and if you're not cleansed from that, then it's going to fester and cause an infection, and you know, it's going to be a real problem the longer that stays remains. Yeah, as I was reading through Psalm 51 this time, it really stuck. One of the things David says is, "Against you and you only have I sinned, Lord." And I had this reaction today. I was like, that's not true. I mean, I got a little like, no, that's not true. You sinned against your people. Yeah. You sinned against Bathsheba. You sinned against Uriah. I mean, you sinned against Nathan the prophet when you like tried to lie to him. I'm like, I got revved up.
You're like, nah.
And so I was like, whoa, okay, what's going on with me in response to this scripture? So I just asked God. I was like, okay, God, what does that mean? And I was still and listened. And so David was a king, and he really, you know, his life was ordered in such a way that he wasn't really accountable to anybody except God. And so it's like he could do all these things and quote unquote like get away with it.
Yeah. Like
without, you know, maybe there being consequences. But he's like, no, you know, I have sinned against you, God. You know, you are holy and you are right, and I've sinned against you. And I was like, oh, right, because I know that there is, I think sometimes for any of us, maybe if we're only sorry if we didn't get away with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that kind of.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, now you only care because you didn't get away with it. But kind of the amazing thing about that is we're not getting away with anything. There's always consequences to the things that we do that we know God doesn't want us to do, or the things we refuse to do that we know God does want us to do. There's damage that happens to that. So that's why it's so important to not hide those or cover them up or deny them, but rather to let God cleanse us, heal us.
And he will.
Yeah, verse of the day.
Thanks.
That's worth sharing.
Yeah.
Also worth sharing.
Okay.
Bruce's barn.
Yes.
So Bruce has this barn. And we have an episode called Bruce's Barn.
Bruce's Barn.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he has a barn.
He has a barn.
Because Bruce has a barn.
Barn.
Yeah.
And we like to share the good stuff in Bruce's Barn.
Uh-huh.
Let's watch Thursday's episode of Bruce's Barn.
Bruce's Barn, Bruce's Barn. What are you sharing today? Bruce's Barn, show me what you got.
Well, today we're going to set off the cannon. This is not the original Molly Stark of General Stark fame, who said live free or die, but we'll have some fun anyway. We just need to add a little bit of gunpowder, and then got to put in some wadding. So we pack it good and tight. We could put a projectile, but we don't want to blast through the neighbor's house, so we're just going to stick with some paper to give it a little compression. Take the ramrod, Get it in good and tight. Take our handy torch. And there she goes. Thanks for visiting Bruce's barn.
Bruce's barn, Bruce's barn. Show me what you got.
He has a cannon.
He's got a cannon.
He's got a cannon
He's just got a cannon.
in his barn.
Yeah, no, right in his barn.
Like you do.
Well, like he does.
And he shared it with us. Is that like a baby cannon? It felt like a little tiny baby cannon.
Like a little tiny baby cannon, but more of a cannon than I'll ever have in my barn.
A couple of thoughts there. How'd you like to be Bruce's neighbor? I know he said he wasn't putting a projectile in, so didn't go through the neighbor's house, but the neighbors are probably still like, ah!
Yeah, right?
Drat Bruce in his barn with his cannon.
I would just, every time I heard something going on, I would just be like sprinting over. What are you doing today, Bruce?
Point of clarification, that was not a union leader that he was desecrating and shoving in the cannon.
No.
That was a hippo.
Yeah.
That was,
Get him out of here.
yeah.
Union leader, you could never.
Yeah, Mark, don't worry.
Don't worry, Mark.
Mark Hayward, that was.
No.
was
We would never do that.
so
Absolutely
cool.
not.
It's just fun. Like you don't. He's got so much cool stuff in there.
It's just
He's got
every
a
time
cannon.
I'm just like, okay, that's amazing. Like I feel better now that I've seen that.
Yeah.
Every time. So, thank you, Bruce, for having a barn and filling it with stuff.
Kind of life changing.
It absolutely is.
Very similar to my closet calendar. It can be life changing.
It can be.
Today, you never know, like
Yeah.
what you're gonna get. So, page a day. I go in the closet, tear one off, bring it to the light of day.
Yeah.
Today there's an app for that.
Okay.
Which, the closet calendar. I mean, apps they get a little dated, right? It's kind of one of those things. And so, this is for music. This thing called Spotify.
What?
It's Spotify.
It's called what?
Spot-
Can you spell it?
Spotify.
Okay.
It's changing the game.
Yeah, I don't think I've
apparently.
heard of it yet, but
For the entire music industry, it's
Oh.
free on PCs and tablets. $10 a month if you want to fully use it on an iPhone. It's worth it. You can listen to full albums and create playlists.
okay. When did you buy this calendar? When was it
I did not
created?
buy this calendar.
Okay, when was the calendar created? I know that it was given to you.
Well, it's for 2020. I mean,
That hurts. Hey, closet calendar. You gotta figure it out a little, cause that's, ow. Ouch.
Spotify.
Spotify. Yeah, that's.
You're gonna go download Spotify now?
Now that I will say I'm laying into the closet calendar a little bit, but I do have to just make one thing very clear. I laughed when we were saying it's life-changing, and we went down that path of the closet calendar being life-changing.
Okay.
But I'm having a revelation right now.
Okay.
Okay? On this specific day, because this was there's an app for that little card.
On this, like another time you hosted?
No.
This.
Yes. So I'm
Okay.
talking about today's page. There's an app for that.
There's an app
one.
for that, yeah.
There was a previous. There's an app for that.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And it was for a dating app called Hinge,
I remember, yeah.
right? So that calendar page sparked me to wonder, what about Hinge? And Hinge is the reason that I'm in my current relationship today.
Wait, what?
So I'm realizing now that the closet calendar has quite literally changed my entire life for the rest of it. For the course of my life has changed because of the closet calendar.
Time out. Did you download the app Hinge?
Yes, and that's how I met my boyfriend.
Pedro?
Yes, Pedro. And it's basically because of the calendar page.
All I can tell you, okay, listen.
So?
The songstress knows what's up.
Okay.
She knows what she's doing. Gets me this random calendar. Gives me this responsibility. Bans it to the closet. Yeah, also that you could meet Pedro.
Yeah, so thank you, Summer,
Yeah,
for introducing me
the songstress knows what's up.
to Pedro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, matchmaker.
So I needed to say that.
Yeah, maybe there's somebody out there who's like, Spotify. I've never heard music before. What is this music you
I have
speak
never
of?
listened to music. I need to probably download that app.
I don't do the Spotify. I never have.
Do not.
I've never
tell
done.
me
No, I've never done the Spotify.
that that's fine.
I like to pay for things.
Don't tell me that you use Apple Music.
I do use Apple Music.
Do you use Apple Music or do you purchase every song separately?
No, I have Apple Music. I have Apple everything. If there's a subscription service, I have it, except for Spotify.
I would recommend you look a little deeper into that.
I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I'm not gonna. I'll just roll with it.
All right.
Yeah, I'm down.
Do you have like a fun time finding new music?
I do love finding new music.
Do you have to do it or does it just recommend music to you?
No, I look.
Yeah.
I don't like recommendations.
I think you would if you were getting good recommendations.
Maybe. It's
Maybe.
the search. I like the discovery.
That's fair. Listen,
That's my
you're
personality type.
You're allowed.
True story.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
personality type is I like to feel like I found it, not that it was
Yeah.
recommended to me.
See, like, if Spotify recommends something to me, I'll just be like, yo, I found this new music. Like, I will claim that. If no one else knows the artist, I'm like, well, it's through my artists that I already listened to that this artist was suggested to me, so I'll just own that. So I have no problem with that. Just owning what Spotify's doing.
Yeah.
That's my personality type.
Well, I'll think about it. But yeah, I have the Apple Music.
Yeah, it's probably good. I've never used it, so I
But
really
I like to
can't
listen to, part of the thing too is I like to listen to albums. I know you can do that on Spotify, I understand that, but it's one of the things I enjoy is like find an art and then
Yeah.
I just want to listen to the whole album and
I get that.
do that for a while.
That's all right.
Whatever.
I just love
'Cause
Spotify, but I've never used
I
anything
feel like
else.
musicians, not all, but a lot of, some are, do record singles and, it's really just about maybe that one song or a couple songs. But
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of them put a lot of work into, creating an album, and that whole album is a work of art. And, I like
Yeah,
to participate
I would
in
agree.
it. Okay. So, yeah, there's an app for that. And then I'm glad that was Hinge. I'm glad that was helpful for you.
Yeah, I can't believe I shared that.
I know.
But-
That was, yeah.
Can't believe I was able to share that.
Yeah.
So,
Sweet.
fun.
But then in our kitchen, we have another calendar on the fridge that gives us a national day to celebrate, which I think is just cool. That, every day we're celebrating. This is the day. It may not be the day you wanted, the day you would have planned or drawn up. It's the day you got. So maybe you don't have a reason to celebrate today, but we can find one.
Yeah, you do now.
Yeah, you do now. This one, though, it could be a little harder for people because it could be a little stress-inducing. It's called National Time's Up Day.
Why make that day? like, were you feeling a little too good? Like, I'm a little too
Time's up.
secure. Time's up. Time's up for what? I don't know. I don't know. Write it down. Make it a national day. We don't know what time is up for. We just know the time is up.
Yeah.
We have to go. We have to do it now. We don't know what it is. Do it.
Oh, I knew. As soon
Time's
as I
up.
saw it, I was like, I'm scheduling a meeting with producer Eric Vines, and I'm going to let him know, hey, bud, you had a good run. Time's up.
Time is up. Time is up.
You got
In honor of National Time's Up, I've been really thinking about this. What could time be up for? It's you, bud.
It's you. Your services are no longer required. No, don't be mean. You're not going anywhere.
He says, bye, Chansey. Bye, Chansey.
Bye.
He's like, I don't care.
No, I had an idea though. So I thought of Time's Up. I thought of like the buzzers and the game shows or board games that have the
Yep.
or even the hourglass that you flip and you got like a minute. And so I thought it'd be fun. We play a little game.
Okay.
Put a minute on the clock. And it's like a game where we have a category. I don't know what it is yet. We each have a card.
Trying to get
And
my right card.
I'll go first, and I will give you. I'll tell you what the category is, and then there's 10 words on the card, and I will try to get you to say each of those words in under a minute.
Okay, so I have to say all of them collectively in under a minute.
Yeah, we'll go one
As
at a
many
time.
as- okay,
yeah.
got it.
And then if I'll pass if you're not getting it, and then we'll try to come back to it. But we got 1 minute, so we're gonna put a minute on the clock.
Okay, this is stressful.
Okay.
Wait, so you're gonna tell me what the category is?
I'm going to tell you what the
Okay,
category
good.
is. I do get to tell you the category.
Great.
Okay. So we're putting a minute on the clock, and once Once I start, that's when the timer will start.
Okay. Yep.
So the category is animals.
Yes.
Animals.
Okay.
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 Number 1.
Yep. Elephant.
Elephant. Okay. Number 2.
Snake.
Number 3.
Giraffe.
Number 4.
Monkey.
Number 5.
Dog.
Yeah. Number 6.
Crocodile.
That's right. Number 7.
A chicken.
Okay. What kind? Broader.
Oh, a bird.
Yes, a bird.
Oh.
Number 8. Ribbit.
Frog.
Number 9. I have a horn and
Rhino.
a big. Yep.
Rhino.
And, yeah. And number 10. Pepe Le Pew. Oh, okay.
Skunk.
Skunk.
Sorry, I'm like,
Boom!
Yes! in my brain, for some reason, I went Ratatouille. When you said Pepe Le Pew, I don't know. And then I was like, it's not a rat. I know
We
that's
dominated
not
that.
correct. Yeah, that was incredible.
That was not a time's up thing. We got
Nope.
there.
Nope.
Okay. All right.
Absolutely not. All right,
So
I'm
now
gonna go now, right?
it's your turn
It's me.
to give the clues.
Okay, so your category is foods.
Foods. I love foods.
This one's gonna be harder. I can't act out foods. But this is not an even match.
Minute on the clock. Oh, it's going.
Okay, so
Spaghetti.
Yeah, and then it's like a triangle. You
Pie,
cut it into
cheese,
triangles.
pizza.
And it's pink.
Pink.
And it's a summertime thing.
Watermelon.
Yeah. Okay, these are crunchy and they're
Chips.
made out of, yeah, but what kind?
Tortilla chips.
No.
Potato chips.
Yes. Okay, this is, you would go,
Carrot.
And no, but it's green.
Celery.
Yes. My favorite candy.
Gummy worms.
Yes. Something I can't have because I can't have dairy. It's the drink.
Milk.
Yep. Bob's show.
Bob's Burgers.
Thank
Hamburgers.
you. They're like a Mexican dish, and you put stuff in
Quesadilla?
it. No. The
burrito?
More typical.
Taco?
Like, yes, thank you. It's a fruit. We did a day on it. You were angry, and Drew was silly.
Strawberry.
Yeah, and then it's the round thing. It's got, you top it with stuff.
Pizza.
Yes! I'm done!
Did we get it?
I think so!
Let's go!
I'll celebrate it if you're giving it to us.
Yeah, there's not giving it. I said it. Pizza. Pizza. Woo!
I think we're a little over the buzzer, but I will take it. I have no problem winning on a technicality. I couldn't act out foods.
Time's up. By the way, on the strawberry day, I was sweet and Drew was surly.
You know what? Sorry, I would
And
think
that's
I was
hard
just
to
going off of
believe.
personality.
Pick me.
And
Pick me.
you're right.
Don't do it, kid.
Don't do it, kid. Oh, you're right. What a fool
okay,
I am. That was fun.
That was fun. Good job.
Fun.
I think my favorite was spaghetti.
Because you were just acting out the animal, so I'm like, am I gonna have to act out all these foods?
That was,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. Well, it's
Yep.
clearly spaghetti.
All right. What's Thursday?
Thursday.
Yeah, you know, so on Monday, we get
Yeah.
a little motivation.
Uh-huh.
Motivation Monday. Tuesdays, tips.
Yep.
Every Tuesday, we got the tips. Wednesdays, wonderful.
Always.
Wednesday
Yep.
wonder.
Absolutely.
And then on Thursday, it's,
Throwback.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm gonna actually just throw it to myself today because I don't
Oh.
want to lose. I don't want to lose it.
Well, no, you gotta be careful, yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm just
it's
gonna.
very important, yeah.
I
like
just,
that.
yeah, but we throw it back
We
on
throw it back.
Thursdays.
Where are we throwing it back to?
We are throwing it back to one of my favorite moments of all time. It was National Dance Like a Chicken Day,
Oh, and this is the day.
and we went to the coop.
The coop, yeah.
So let's check that out.
All right. Today, check this out, people, is National Dance Like a Chicken Day.
National Dance Like a Chicken
Like
Day?
a chicken day, like how a chicken would dance. You know, like,
The chicken, like
Yeah.
the whole chicken dance.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
not like that, but like,
Okay.
I think more like chickens going to a club.
Oh, okay.
Like, what would that be like? Chickens in a hot club.
Oh, yeah. I think you call it the coop.
The coop.
We up in the coop, baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you seen any of them honey hens up in the
Oh,
coop?
I see all your honey hands. Woo! This is a good club. I like this club. Man.
Oh, hey, Bo and Drew. How are you doing?
Oh, we good.
So good to see you. Hey, you all ordered the sunflower seeds, right?
Okay. Uh-huh.
Oh, perfect. Hey, I got you right here. There you go. Enjoy. All right, you done? You want more? All right, there you go. Great. All right, that'd be $72.50.
Oh, you know, Bo, you got Venmo? You got the cash app?
All right, I'll leave you two alone. Okay, bye.
Okay. Okay. National Dance Like a Chicken Day.
We were so young.
I just almost choked.
I watched it, I realized
I'm not even kidding.
I feel like I look a little like a chicken in general.
I mean, oh, in general,
Yeah, I got like these bird-like features.
maybe. You do the motion, maybe.
Yeah. it's like-
Yeah, that's one of my favorite moments ever. We kept the shells on those and everything.
Oh yeah, that was a shock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know there were shells on the
Yep.
old sunflower seeds until they were all up in my mouth.
Like, Eric's like,
Evil producer. Time's up. Time's up.
yeah,
Time's up.
and that's why. We've been debating it all this time.
All right, we threw it back. Now let's come to the present. Union leader,
Yes.
paper of the people,
Yep.
bringing the noise. Day after day, they show up. Got this union leader. Peruse the news a little bit here. Front page of the Union Leader. It's from Hampton. Surfer, ominous fin was too close for comfort.
Ominous fin.
Ominous fin. So here's the thing. So this teenager had an encounter with a shark off North Beach. So I mean, like, times have changed. I mean, I remember the days where you had to like get bit by a shark to be on the front page, but now you just have to see a fin.
Well, at first I was like, who's Finn and why is he so ominous?
Well, anybody named Finn.
Too close for comfort.
Your parents named you Finn, you probably got some baggage. You see a guy named Finn on the Hinged app.
Hinged app. That is just not what it's called.
Don't swipe right. I don't know.
Sure. No, yeah, that's how it works.
Stop making fun of me. I love my Apple Music.
The Hinged app with Apple Music. No, you're so with it. You're so with
I
the
know,
time.
I'm a hip cat. You want to
Okay.
hear the small prayer?
Yes, I
Front
do.
page,
Yeah.
Union Leader, small prayer. May we not live this life alone, Lord, but live it with you as our team leader. Amen.
Lead me, Lord.
Well, yeah, because it's his team.
Right.
Yeah, that's the good thing to remember. Because it's not my team. It's
Thank goodness it's not my team,
Yeah,
'cause-
it's definitely his team there. Oh, hey, FYI, we got a little sugar shock. Little sugar shock.
Uh-oh, this feels bad for me.
Reporter Jason Schreiber, who does, he writes, I like his headlines. He says,
Yeah.
love them or hate them, holiday peeps have been sidelined by the pandemic. Here's the deal. Okay, so it starts off, okay, he writes, let's not sugarcoat this. No peeps until springtime. I have no issue with that whatsoever because peeps are only for springtime. Can we just have things that are for certain, like, I don't need a pumpkin spiced peep. I don't need a Halloween peep. I don't need a Christmas time peep. I don't need a Valentine's Day peep. Just let them be for Easter time. That's what the peeps were made for. Give them to me in the yellow. That's fine. The pastel-y pink, the blue, totally cool. It's just okay.
I think you just outed yourself there. I think I see the deeper root of the problem.
Okay.
I think your problem is really just with pumpkin spice.
Of course.
Because that's the first thing you said.
Well,
but then you gotta
it
make
transcends. Yeah, it
I
starts
think you
there.
just don't want a pumpkin spice peep.
No, that's dumb.
Right, we can both agree on that.
But peeps are for can we just, I mean, there's just
I'll allow it.
We
Peeps
don't
can
have
be for
to-
springtime, but I like the peep. I like the little Christmas peeps in the hot chocolate. You know what I'm saying. Putting a peep in hot chocolate is like another experience that until you've done it, you have not lived.
Well, you're not going to live this year.
I'm not gonna live this
No
year.
peeps till springtime, sister.
I'll
What are you going to do
live.
about
I'll
that?
probably be all right.
Okay, it's Thursday. We got the New Hampshire weekend edition. So
we do.
Want some to-doings for
Yep.
this weekend? You might want to grab a union leader. They're pushing the whole fall thing. They're pushing it. They're pushing. They're trying to make
got
us.
that agenda.
But I don't understand this. They show a picture of a sunflower when they're pushing fall. Sunflower to me feels summertime. But all right.
It's like a transitional thing.
Got this whole apple picking thing. You want to pay somebody to go pick their apples? I don't. I'm gonna pay you so I can work in your orchard. Man, whoever thought up that racket's a genius. My goodness.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'll never go apple picking again.
You and Pedro got to change plans for the weekend.
That's what we were gonna do. Now I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't want to pay to work, so now I'm really conflicted.
Yeah, if you've ever had an apple tree, you know what I'm talking about. You're like, hey, you want to come pick apples at my house?
Oh, that's
20
the
bucks.
way to go.
Yeah, I know, right?
Get all your friends over to your house with one
right.
apple tree and just collect.
All right, I don't agree with that particular article, but this article I do agree with.
It's first of all not an article.
Yeah, family circus, whatever, you keep saying that about it. This article is just, it just keeps getting better and better. I love this. Got this little boy, and he's holding a dollar bill here, and he says, boy, this old dollar sure got spent a lot. Boy, this old dollar sure got spent a lot. And I love that he understands economics and how, the circulation of currency is supposed to work, that money is to be spent, it is not to be hoarded, it needs to get out there to get the economy churning, and he's really grabbing a hold of this, and he's just like celebrating it. Boy, oh boy, look at this dollar, man, it sure has been spent a lot. I can't wait to get out there, get me over to Walgreens, I need 49 more of these, and I'm gonna go on a trip and spend that cashola.
I love the enthusiasm.
Yeah,
Here.
it's a great article.
I just think you might be misunderstanding it just a little.
Me?
I just don't think that he knows any of that. I think it's just an old dollar. And he's just like, wow, this sure is an old dollar. Must have been spent a lot.
Oh.
And basically exactly, just exactly what it said in the picture. I'm not so convinced that he knows all the details. But I love the enthusiasm.
Okay.
I don't want to like make it like a big thing. Like it was.
I
really
just find the article encouraging. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I find no problem in this one. I'm trying to find a problem, but I think he's right.
Yeah,
The dollar was spent a lot of times,
Yeah.
and now it's old.
it was well loved.
It was well loved,
That's
and
worth-
that's
that's worth
just
celebrating.
what it was. Yeah, we should celebrate that dollar.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh, back page.
Okay.
Always interesting. It says, as some college students party, others blow the whistle. And then there's a quote by a fella named Ed Kellerman,
Sure.
Boston University student.
Sure.
He says, we're all very pro-snitch right now.
Oh, that's the whole quote.
we're all,
Oh, okay.
we're all very,
I was like, and.
and nobody's texting Ed. Ed, maybe you don't know. Snitches get stitches. Just kidding. Be safe.
Oh.
Don't be dumb. Stop being dumb.
Absolutely.
Don't use I'm a dumb teenager or whatever as an excuse. Be smart. Other news. There you go.
Absolutely. Well,
How about some MCC news?
okay.
Yeah.
That excites me.
So we had some good news about all the diapers that were given, and we also have a mission trip info meeting coming up. So if you're thinking about like how you can connect and be used by God in other ways, we're happy to provide some opportunities for that. So we'd love you to watch this video.
Hey friends, MCC and their outreach partners are already working upstream on regional mission trips for 2021. Next summer, we'll be partnering with Stockton Springs Community Church in Maine. Our friends in Stockton need help in the summer months with maintenance and improvements to the property. What a great encouragement we can be to the church and their ministry. We're also heading to Vermont to work with a new church plant called Love 802. Their mission is in their name, and I love it. They are sharing God's love in the 802 area by meeting the needs of the people in their community. I can't wait to hear more about this. Way to go, Love 802. We'll also be traveling to New York City. Our partner, Adventures in Missions, is connecting us with several local churches in their network. These churches are making a difference in people's lives. Whether it's sharing a meal or running an activity with kids, we are telling them about Jesus. And we're excited about what God can do when we take steps to share his love. Now, it doesn't matter if you live in this region or if you are states away. If you are interested in learning more about these regional trips, join us for one of the upcoming Zoom meetings to learn more. For more information on how you can serve with Share the Love at MCC, go to mcconline.com and click Share the Love.
Right on. Those are cool opportunities.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Definitely. I love the video.
Yeah.
Everything except the voiceover. Oh, not true, not true. It's very well done. Very well done.
Eric's like,
Our
I'm
producer,
getting
Eric Vines.
fired.
That
They
was
don't
his,
like my
his
voice.
He did a good job. Did a good job with
Yeah,
it.
that's awesome, Eric.
Let's do a little Everyday with Jesus, or
do it.
day. Daily devotion in 140 characters or less. Our thought for the day says this: the church is not a building, a set of programs, or a pastoral staff. People make up the body of Christ. You are the church. And then the verse is 1 Peter 2:9. It says, but you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people belonging to God, that you may declare the praises of him who called you out of darkness and into his wonderful light. Love that.
Into his wonderful light.
Right on.
Amen.
Yeah. The church is people.
Absolutely.
I don't know how long ago I wrote that. I mean, it's something that we've been talking about in the church for forever. I mean, always reminding people it's not a building, it's not a program, it's not an organization. It's people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we pray for more people.
Yeah.
Grow that kingdom.
That's right. That's why I personally am enjoying this season for the church. I know that, that there's some grief and mourning and some hardship involved in all of that, of course. But
Yeah.
in this season in the life of the church, where we're getting to flex our church muscles a little bit, in the sense of saying, oh, I am the church. So how am I going to worship God? And so one of the ways that we'll be equipping the MCC local church family is that we have new worship opportunities coming up.
Yeah.
I know you're involved with the family experience. You want to tell them about it?
Yeah, so there's this awesome new family experience that's going to be happening that's very similar to
Starting
our...
next Thursday, a week from today.
Yes,
Yep.
new series, Spark. We're so excited
Yep.
to get into that. But basically, it will be, so worship will be tailored more towards kids.
Elementary.
Yes,
Yep.
elementary. And it'll be like this really awesome worship experience that has pauses so that you can discuss in a family setting points from the message. So it'll be the same message, but very accessible in a family dynamic.
Yep.
So we're really excited to get started with that.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I love that you're involved in that. And the
I
whole
love being
team, our family
involved.
life team, is just jumping in. Anna's helping with music
Yep.
there. And,
Yeah, lots of familiar faces.
yeah.
It's going to be
Yeah.
so cool.
I can't wait to see that. I'm super jazzed about that. I was just, that came out of just praying and going, God, what can, let's stop thinking about what we can't do, Well, we can't have kids meet in buildings, and we can't do this. So what can we do? And
Right.
yeah, I was like, well, here, let's do this. So we're excited about that. And then also, out of that same thought said, well, why don't we do the whole thing, something similar?
Yep.
For groups of any size. So it could be husband and wife, it could be roommates, you could have a group of people over your house to worship together. And so taking the exact same sermon, and then for families, also families maybe with older children.
Yeah.
Or anybody, and a discussion-based worship experience as well that will be launching next Thursday. Same sermon, just with some breaks built in for people to have some discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so
I'm
excited. I
jazzed.
cannot wait.
Yeah, me too. Awesome stuff. That's the real deal.
Yeah.
Okay, less relevant and real.
Okay.
Much more trivial.
All right.
Trivial Pursuit. You want to play?
I do want to play.
Okay. So the way this works is there's 6 questions on a card. Ariana's going to draw 1 card, read the 6 questions. We want you to make a guess at all 6. I'm going to guess at all 6. You get all 6 right, you get a congratulatory fun dip in the mail. So make a guess. Let us know if you get all 6 right. We have the original 1981 edition of the classic board game Trivial Pursuit and the 40th anniversary edition. So old cards, new cards, dealer's choice. You get to pick which way you going, old or new.
I'm going to go new.
Okay.
I'm going to go new.
Less trivial, but new card here.
Pile here. All right. You make a guess at all of these.
Yeah.
Every time I play, I get pretty much 0, so you can't really be doing worse than me. So go ahead and try. It's a fun game.
Make a guess.
I love it. All right, blue.
Geography.
What is the name of the Harry Potter theme park at Universal Studios Hollywood?
What is the name of Harry Potter theme park?
At Universal Studios Hollywood.
Oh no. You knew this one. Did you know?
I don't know that I would have.
It's something world, right? No.
Yes, but it doesn't end with world. That's the hint I give you.
Okay. Man, okay. I don't know.
If you feel silly saying it, you might be right.
Well, I feel anything Harry Potter. I'm not diminishing how it does good. Harry Potter world. Hogwarts. I don't know. That's my guess.
The Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
The Wizarding World.
It's like all the commercials.
Harry
Like that's
Potter.
what you always hear. I don't know that I would have gotten that though.
The Wizarding World. Okay.
I've not seen them.
I missed it. Okay.
Okay, Pink.
Pink Entertainment.
Yep. Which 90s talk show host starred as Eddie Murphy's sidekick in the movie Coming to America?
I do know this one.
Uh-huh.
I'm just giving people a chance to guess.
Okay.
Coming to Eddie. Let's see. Arsenio Hall.
Yes, correct. Correct. Yellow.
Yellow. History.
In 1997, Britain relinquished control of which last major remnant of its colonial possessions?
97. Britain.
Yep.
I believe this is history. I believe the answer here is Hong Kong.
That is correct.
Okay.
Alrighty, purple.
Purple is art and literature.
Which Boston-based artist painted Watson and the Shark and is honored in his hometown with a public square and a statue?
Painted Watson and the Shark.
Yep.
Are those two different paintings?
Yeah,
okay.
Watson is one.
One quotes and then
There's no quotes, it's just italics, but I can't tell if the and
Okay,
is
all right,
italics
right.
or. I
I
don't
don't
think it
know.
is.
All right,
I think they're two separate.
Boston-based artist and is honored in his hometown. What?
What? They with a
I have no idea.
public square and a statue.
No clue. I will say Norman Rockwell.
John Singleton Copley.
I've never. Oh, Copley.
Copley Square.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay. Green.
Green. Science and Nature.
What is the safest day of the week to drive to work per Nationwide Insurance?
The safest
Thanks,
day of the week.
Nationwide.
So is this to drive to work?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, it's gonna the actual answer would be Sunday. That would be the real answer. I don't know if it's the answer on the card though, because they may be going the work week Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
But there's no doubt that there's fewer accidents on Sunday.
Because right.
Because less people work on Sunday.
Right.
So I'm gonna say Sunday. Monday. Friday. Wednesday.
Nope. It's Tuesday.
All right, Tuesday.
Tuesday it is.
Tuesday's got something going for it finally.
All right, orange.
Orange, sports and leisure.
Okay. What's the common name for decompression sickness, the scuba diving related injury that happens when gases expand in your body?
I think I know the answer
Yeah.
to this one. The bins?
Yep.
The bins?
Yep.
Okay.
That is correct.
All right.
All right.
That was a tough card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Got all
card.
6 right. We'd love to know. Love to send you a congratulatory fun dip
Absolutely. We will.
in the mail. Trivial Pursuit. I'm going to do a little sermon.
Sermon. Wicca remix.
What? And he gives us a way. And so we follow the way. We walk with the way. Now, as we think about that, I would point out to you that God's favor does not guarantee our success. Okay, so God is good, and God is a Savior, and God has provided a way out. But that doesn't mean that we always follow him in that. Sometimes we do rebel against God. And so I want you to know that God's favor is on you. God is for you, not against you. His commands are meant to be a blessing, not a burden, but we don't always understand that. And sometimes we rebel against it. And so if we look at our context here in 1 Corinthians chapter 10, we're going to get a part of the story of how God was creating a people for himself, the Israelite people that he delivered from Egyptian captivity, and their journey in the wilderness, and how they were experiencing God, and then at the same time also rebelling against God, being tempted to turn to other forms of idolatry. So let's go back to verse 1 of 1 Corinthians chapter 10. It says, "For I do not want you to be ignorant of the fact, brothers and sisters, that our ancestors were all under the cloud, and they all passed through the sea. They were all baptized into Moses in the cloud and in the sea. They all ate the same spiritual food and drank the same spiritual drink, for they drank from the spiritual rock that accompanied them, and that rock was Christ. Nevertheless, God was not pleased with most of them, and their bodies were scattered in the wilderness." So the Israelite people who were enslaved under Pharaoh in Egypt, God rises up a deliverer, Moses, who he sends to lead them out of Egyptian captivity. And as they leave and they move into the wilderness, heading to a promised land where God would have them be a nation and a people where he would reveal himself through them, they experienced God's favor. They experienced his deliverance. And yet they still rebelled. And through that rebellion, almost all of them died in the wilderness.
I love that.
Yeah.
God's favor does not guarantee our success.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Like that hit me when I was watching too. I was like, how true that is, but how difficult that is sometimes to accept.
Yeah.
Like we don't want that to be true. We're like, no. If we have God's favor, then everything will be in this little tiny box tied up in a bow and handed to us, and we're like, thanks, God. That's not reality.
It's all going to go my way.
Yeah, right. Like, that's sometimes, you know what I mean? That's how we want it to be. We're like, this goes back to the favor over fair.
Fair, yeah.
Like, favor versus fair. What do we really want?
Well, we want favor.
Right.
But favor doesn't...
But that doesn't necessarily mean our success, which is
And actually,
interesting.
yeah, this week's message is from Jeremiah 29:11. I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you a future. And that oftentimes is applied directly to an individual. You know, an individual will be like, I know, yeah, God's got these plans to, you know, to give me this like great life, like right now. And I believe, you know, a life with Jesus is always a great life. It is an abundant life. But the plans that God has are for his family and his kingdom and for what he's doing, and they're eternal as well. And so what we end up doing, I think, is we forget or we lose that perspective that we're a part of God's kingdom. God's not like just somehow making my kingdom better.
Yeah.
And to have his favor and his blessings and to be called his child and to be a part of that doesn't mean that, you know, on this earth that things are going to... Time's up.
Time's up. Time's up.
See, honestly, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Because sometimes time's up. Yeah. But then you step into eternity once the time is up.
Woo.
Yeah, you step into eternity in God's kingdom. So like that's the point. All of this is temporary and fleeting, and the time will run out probably before you're ready.
Right.
And, you know, but honestly, that is like our worst reality, but it's also our best.
Yeah.
Is that once time's up, we step out of that, and we really are able then to see God's kingdom in full, to know him in full, and embrace that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, what a tie-in.
So good.
National Day. Wow.
Time's
I
up
love
there.
that. I love that.
Yeah. Time's up every day. It's okay. Because he's got it. He's got eternity. He created you with eternity in mind. So he has a place for you in his house, a room with your name on it, a seat at his table. So let's all look forward to that and press into that and invest into that. Time's up.
Time's up.
This is the day.
Time's up.
We'll catch you tomorrow.